Good Monday morning. Time to get up and get ready for work. Let's go.
Alright, it has been one hell of a day so far. So I woke up, I had to head out to Home Depot because I had noticed a few things with the basement. Which is one, there was a little bit of white mold down there. I poured vinegar all over the white mold area. The utility room is where it was. And there was lots of water all over the floor from condensation, it looked like. And the AC hasn't been working. It's been freezing up. It'll push air for like 45 minutes and then completely freeze up and not push any air through. It's running. It's just not pushing the air through the upstairs. So there was condensation all over the place, water, and I think that water and power outages fried the previous dehumidifier downstairs. And so I was trying to get it to work for the past couple days. And it'll run for like 10 minutes when you unplug it, plug it back in. It'll run for 10 minutes and then that's it. And it'll say 70 on it. And it's set to 35 for the humidity. So just trying to get that all fixed. I went to Home Depot, bought a new one. There's another $350. And finally set it all up. It's working. It's pulled out so much moisture out of the air already. It went from, I think it said 52 in the house down to 33 right now. And we want that basement being, as least amount of moisture as possible in a sense. So we're going to keep it at 30. And
Our cucumbers.
all right.
Guy at work gave me cucumbers from his garden. He's like, how many you want? I'm like, 3 or 4. Get a whole bag of them.
So got the humidifier set up, and I'm like, it explains a lot of things, like the mold, all the water all over the place, the condensation, the AC freezing up and not pushing any air through when it can't.
You got the mail?
Yeah, it's right there on the table. It's just my driver license renewal and car renewals.
Oh, you have to get your driver's license this year?
Yeah, 38 bucks. More money. And then later on,
all the cars, more money.
later on I'm gonna head out to Home Depot and I'm gonna just grab up a rotating fan, just a simple one, just to keep air moving and dry up stuff. A lot of the pipes are now no longer just absolutely covered with water, so everything's working goldenly. And the AC hasn't frozen up. It's been running for about an hour and a half, still pushing air. The house went from 83 to 81, and I could feel the basement getting significantly cooler, and I think the basement's gonna get cold before the upstairs does, because heat rises in a house, and as the basement heat is coming up to the first floor and all the cold air is going down there, I was looking online, it was like basements are usually 10 degrees colder than they upstairs. And just getting that all set up, that's been my day. Aside from working, I've been just constantly checking, trying to see what I can do to get that AC unit working better. I remember seeing that somebody said in the comments that Purina is not exactly good. The reason, however, that we moved over to Purina was because we were just trying a bunch of cat foods, because Jax, unless he got his treats, would completely starve himself with, and
That's the only cat food he'll eat?
yeah, that's the problem, is that was the only cat food out of like all the bags that we tried. That's the only one that he would eat, because he starved himself all the way down to, I think it was just under 10 pounds. Refusing to eat any food other than those Temptations treats. And so after trial and error, we finally got him to eat some sort of cat food, which is those ones, but we have to buy them in the small bags, as I don't know why he's picky like that. But we changed that, and I've started giving him more treats more often, and he's went back up to a healthy cat weight of, I think, 13-14 pounds. And yeah, the vet was telling me, they're like, I don't know what you got to do, but you got to get him to eat because he's starving himself. But we can keep trying new things. By all means, send some suggestions in those comments. We can try out the foods and see if he's interested in them. As of current, that was the only one that he would eat, and so we just kind of kept it right there, because if he's eating, then he's good. So yeah, I gotta get back to work. Been a hectic like past couple days trying to get that AC all figured out. Me looking into every single small thing that I can. But that humidifier has definitely put in some work today. So hopefully we'll see where the temperature is at in another hour. Hopefully it's dropped down to 80 and we'll just get it down to that 77 and keep it right there. My stomach's also been hurting like crazy because I've been eating a lot of fruit, and I think that all that extra fiber that's within those fruits is causing me to be a little bloated. So my stomach's been, yeah, all day. And I think it's just all that extra fiber from all them fruits that I've been eating. What's up?
I said, you did eat that science food stuff from PetSmart? It was like $50 for a tiny little bag.
Which is also more money.
But Eve wouldn't eat it, that's why we switched back.
Eve.
What's our other cat?
Yeah. Eve was a piece of work. She was a prissy cat. We changed over to cat litter instead of the like newspaper nugget cat litter, and she refused to use anything other than that. She would walk around the house, piss wherever she wanted, and she was a piece of work. She stayed with my mom because when we brought her over when we first moved, she just refused to use the litter box, was just defiant to all living hell, so we had to send her back over to my mom's, and my mom took care of her until she passed.
Why is that light on? I know I turned
I have
it off.
no clue,
I
man.
turned it off this morning.
Not a clue. Zip, zero, none. It does feel cooler in this house though now.
Yeah, it does.
So that's, I'm happy. That's a 4-day project I've been trying to figure out. And I think I figured it out. With the presence of the mold in the basement, all the water all over the place, the condensation, the AC not pushing any air through.
Alright, I just made dinner. We are having fish sticks, shells and cheese, which is almost gone, and Skylar hasn't eaten yet. Excuse me, and peas. And Shaun, Big Shaun makes his own tartar sauce with mayonnaise and relish. Not a big fan of it, but we don't have regular tartar sauce, so I'm gonna have to deal for today. But here's my plate. So I'm gonna eat that and watch Caleb. I have to edit this tomorrow. I hate this piece of hair because what a couple years ago I kept like ripping these hairs out. It's annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna, what is all over my screen? Well, that's just the video. I have to edit this tomorrow because I gotta go into work early. So I'm gonna eat and hopefully Shaun ends the video tonight. I'll ask him to.
I'm down here in the basement. There's Sky. I came over here and took all the screws off of this thing so I could look inside here. So I knew they were freezing. So now I have to let it thaw out. Jesus. Apparently it's worse than I thought. So I'm gonna let that unthaw, let it all go down into the drip, into the sump pump. Here's the new humidifier I got. This lasted a lot longer with the dehumidifier. So I'm just gonna leave it open and let it melt. Let's see if we can get inside there. How wonderful. Well, at least I'm able to make some progress. That's not budging. The only thing that is this. I'm gonna undo the screw way up here. So for a better view now. Iced. It was driving me nuts. I was upstairs And I'm like, I don't feel much air anymore. It's not really getting colder up here. What's going on? So I was like, okay, that's it. I'm taking all the screws out of the thing until I can break in. Anyways, Mary is sleeping. She's currently in bed because she's doing overtime. She's trying to pay off the more crap that we had to buy. Because, oh, what a wonderful time it is. I'm really not doing much at the moment. Maybe I'll edit the video. Maybe. Oh boy. So maybe I didn't unthaw it long enough, because there's no way in heck that much water could be built up on it. That's what happens when you turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. It's definitely clogged though. Once it unfreezes, I'll go through, try to make sure that there's no dust on it. And once it's completely de-iced, 100%, and I verified that there's no dust on it, or it's been dusted, then I will put it all back together and we'll go from there. I really don't like all these side projects, you know? I'm not a side project type of person. And so I will take care of it. I really don't know where that screw went. I bet you it fell right in there because it's roughly able to. It's right up here, comes down, hits this, goes to the inside. And so it's probably somewhere in there. So, when that gets going, we'll get it all straightened up. My beard's getting long, I'm starting to look terrible with it. Kinda don't like the way I look with a beard like this long. I think the short look looks better. What do you think? Any thoughts? Anyways, have a wonderful day, and Merry Christmas.